All right, welcome on a Saturday, Atlanta Falcons Nation, Red Clay Sports Morning Show. The three kings, two from New York, one from the Dirty. We got in the top left, we got your boy Twisted. You got me, Mr. Magnus, and you got the head hunter, the mic of the defense. You got the head hunter. You got Big Rich. Yo, say hello to the fellas, Twisted.
What's good, family? Hey, appreciate you guys on another Saturday morning. Red Clay Sports, we here to stay. We gonna always be here. What's up, Mr. Motivator? Hey, shouts out to Mr. Motivator, bro. I really like Mr. Motivator's comments, man. He always gets me hype every time I drop a video, bro. Shouts out to him. What's good, Rich? What's good, Madness? Tell me how y'all feeling today, brother.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Wake that ass up, man. What's up? Check in. We here.
Yeah. Y'all lying because I got in at 2 a.m. for work and I'm up here, just for y'all. So I'm gonna keep the energy going. We got about 60 minutes to do a couple of subjects. I want y'all to keep the energy, keep your questions in. We're gonna get to as much as we can. All right, first subject at hand. What would the Falcons' strengths? What will be the Falcons' strengths offensively and defensively? We're gonna start with you, Twist.
All right, so as strength as far as offensive, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. We all know we have the pass weapons to be able to be great and go against everybody, but I like the line, man. I feel like this line is going to be different as far as with the run game. We got some maulers on that front. With adding Mayfield to that guard position, it's going to be a lot of big bodies up there in that front to push that pile. And with Mike Davis, the Brink truck, Mr. Allison, another Brink truck. I heard he's getting a lot of shine at this mini camp, and they're liking how he is. I didn't even know he was 6'2", 230. That's a grown man ready to run people over, as we all know. So I'm looking forward to the ground and pound. And with Matt Ryan being 36 years old, let's take some reps off of that arm. Let's maul jokers over with these big backs and then switch it up with Cordarrelle Patterson. How y'all feeling?
I like that. I like that. That sounds good. On sticking to the offensive side of the ball, I'm gonna go with the passing game. Being that Matt Ryan's gonna be able to get everybody involved, which is the obvious scenario right now. Being that we added Kyle Pitts, we got Calvin Ridley and Russell Gage stepping up into the picture. The good benefit about it is that Julio was gone. There's no more eyes on Julio anymore. So typically when Julio's on the field, yes, he does demand a double team, but defenses typically would play the offense a specific way for all these 10 years. It's been the same consistently. So that's also part of the reason why Julio wanted to leave, because it's the same things he's seeing. And, even though it's a new offense, with Arthur Smith, things is going to be differently. Matt Ryan is going to spread the ball around, and he already is building that trust.
All right. So this is Yo, don't steal my answers, bro. Don't steal my answers, man.
Hey, he looking kind of hungry.
We good right now.
Let me tell you something, man. First of all, thank you, DJ, for the $10 super sticker. I appreciate that for the $10 super chat. I want to go into the comments real quick. Once again, Mr. Motivator, thank you for keeping that energy, Tab Sports and Gaming. What's good, bro? The good? Nation, I'm on it. Yo, keep it coming, man. We're gonna get to all y'all comments as much as we can. To go back to the question, the strengths offensively, I think we're gonna surprise people. I think we're gonna be like that bag of chips that has a bunch of variety in it. It's like you think it's gonna be one thing, and so we're gonna come back with another.
The munchies, come on.
The munchies.
Come on,
you got the plain potato chips, you got the Cheetos, all that, man. Like that $5 big old box that has a bunch of variety. That's essentially what we're gonna be. We have essentially like three of the same type of backs. So we got Mike Davis, who was basically, you said, is a Brinks truck. Well, he's a Brinks truck, and we got a freight train coming behind him in Allison. And once you think that you're done with that, do you realize Cordarrelle Patterson is 227 pounds? Like look at the size of this man. Like he's 227 pounds, and he has no position. He is positionless. I was just talking to our guys in the pre-show that we have two guys on our offense that is positionless. They are weapons. You can put them pretty much anywhere. He is not. Cordarrelle Patterson is not a kick returner. He is not a punt returner. He is not a running back. He's not a wide receiver. He's a put me somewhere and watch me work type of dude. And Kyle Pitts is the same person. Hayden Hurst is the same person. Watch what these guys do in this type of offense. It is positionless. And I'm going to put you someplace where you can succeed, and that's what's going to be that.
Just giving him a little warm up. You're just giving him a little warm up.
Sprinkle a little salt on there like salt, babe. Sprinkle a little salt on there. I like that.
That's what it is. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, no, that's facts. As far as defense, a lot of people are second guessing us, and they're saying, well, we're going to be the same based on how the history has shown us. Let me go to these numbers real fast. I hope it's still in here. But how history has shown us, we've been at the bottom of the barrel for at least 5 to 6 years straight. So I'm looking forward to the secondary being a key for us. And with this leader that we have coming in from the Lions, Mr. Hammond, this is a different level, man. Mm-hmm. He's a ball hawk magnet. He's always around the football. He's always has his eyes on the QB or the receiver that becomes open. We got 3 safeties that can play all over this field and move around. And with Dean Pease being able to have these guys in the fold, Jesus Christ, man. I'm not even talking about Mr. Richie Grant, Mr. Richie Rich. I know he going to be a beast. I'm trying to see what these veterans going to do. And we already know we have with AJ Terrell. I'm interested to see what Fabian does too as well. So the secondary, I think, might be a strength more than what you are. We already know what the linebackers can do. We already know that. That's a guarantee. So let's talk about something else besides the linebacking core. The linebacking core is top 5 for sure. So that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling the secondary is going to be a strength and surprise a lot of people, especially the Falcons fan base.
Right. I like that, Twisted. I like that a lot. For what I think about it defensively, I think us attack blitzing. Us blitzing and being able to create turnovers, having playmakers on our defense. There you go. That boy got to step up this year. We know what he got to do. So each player has an opportunity to step up to the plate. You understand? So being that Dean Pease, he likes to blitz from different angles, want to confuse the quarterbacks. This year, we're gonna be a lot of guys gonna have a lot of opportunity to make plays, to make sacks. So Foye Lucan is a guy that creates turnovers. We've seen what he can do. Debo, added on to the linebacker core, we know he's a playmaker, what he can do once the ball is in the air. Richie Grant coming in, he shows off his film that he played closest to the ball, has great leverage, is right by the ball. Fabian, he's there near the ball too. We have a lot of guys that compete at all phases of the game. So
I like that, Rich. That's a fact.
Yo,
how you feeling, Mag?
Yo, I'm telling you how I'm feeling right now. It's going to be a little bit against the grain, but the way I'm looking. Oh, by the way, what's good, Andrew G, King Trey, Sarge AR10. What's good, y'all? Good morning. Rise up, show up.
What's good, family?
The way I'm looking at it offensively, I'm looking at mindset, nastiness, going back to old school, moving people off the ball. That's what we're going to do. We're going to bring some nasty to the A. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what we're going to look at. And that starts in the trenches. That starts with the offensive line. You know, Jake Matthews already sounds like he lost his damn mind. He was, he's already a reflection of Arthur Smith. I'm interested to see what happens at the left guard position. We'll talk about that a little later. Yeah, this is like right here. I'm loving it already. You know,
he means all business.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, man. Like on that right side, I think it's gonna be our nasty side because if Arthur Smith can get that nasty, like he already had a little bit of it. But I think he's gonna bring out that dog in him this year. Defensively, aggressiveness, the thing that we lacked for, and we have been preaching about for such a long time is we've been talking about last year. We was going through our trials and tribulations. We was talking about just be aggressive, blitz. Let's see what we can do. Put some pressure on the quarterback. That's what we got. You asked and you shall receive. We got somebody that's going to be sending blitzes from all kinds of angles, from out the stands, from out the dome, from parachuting out the sky. It doesn't matter where we coming from. We coming. I think Richie Grant is actually going to be more of like a Brian. I've seen some people like on Twitter talk about like maybe we should sign like Brian Poole, but I think we may go 3 safeties at one time, maybe like on third down. And I think Richie Grant may be our Brian Poole. That may be a blitzer. That could be like I think maybe like a Tyrann Mathieu type of hybrid.
Malcolm Jenkins. That's what they compared him to as pro comparison, Tyrann and Malcolm Jenkins. So I think that's a great type of playmaker I think we can have as far as with Richie being in the fold, man, because we don't know what the slot corner is. I like Isaiah Oliver there, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's good to have 2 people that can play that rover position. So Isaiah Oliver and Richie Grant being able to do that, I like that tremendously.
Yeah, I think Kendall Sheffield in there too as well. I think right now Kendall Sheffield is in that nickel spot right now, but at the same time, all these guys is being rotated all around.
No, that's a fact.
I think that's what happens. If we're talking about the strengths offensively and defensively, the totality of it all is basically versatility and attitude and mindset. I think that's what he's trying to establish within these OTAs and leading into the training camp and everything like that. Before we get back to week 1, that's going to be a different team on the field, and it's going to be from iron sharpens iron and competitiveness all across the board. I think that's going to be the strength of our team. Whoever gets on the field earned that spot. Nobody is safe.
Can I say something to you guys real fast? One thing I like about Arthur Smith is he holds players accountable. I know we all remember coaches doing this before. We've all had coaches like this to where you have an issue, you may false start, you may have had the wrong read, you may have ran the wrong route. Go run a lap. Get your ass up out of here. You'll come back again after you've done this lap. I think that's a key thing to players because that shows them you can't half-ass it and think you're going to just be on the team and be starting because you're a Pro Bowl caliber player. Everybody is accountable, including Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan will tell you himself he's in the gym like a gym rat. He's studying that playbook. He's going to have those schemes. And I saw Sargent in the comments. Oh, no, not Sargent, but I'm on it. Who is going to be Matt Ryan's go-to guy on deep routes? Everybody.
Whoever's open.
But we ain't doing that no more. We're not putting players we're not putting a stigma on players that they're this. No, we're not doing that no more. Every player is going to be able to do something. Calvin Ridley is going to have to learn how to do those inside routes eventually. Zacchaeus is going to have to learn how to do those inside routes eventually. It's not going to be like that. If you're open and it hits to the sticks, that's your route. You're going to run that route and run it to the best of your ability. That's it. We're not putting players in certain positions. No, every player can do something on this team.
Yep. If you won't do it, Tajay Sharp will do it. It don't matter. The guy behind you will do it. I guarantee you Frank Darby will do it. Frank Darby will do it.
Frank Darby
I'm telling you right now.
For everybody.
Hold on.
Get sleeper.
Hey, this is one of the. Hey, I like this guy's energy, man.
Yes,
Look at this guy, man. He's happy to be out there. He wasn't expecting to be drafted. Look at his energy. Look what he's going to bring to practice, into games, into training camp. He's going to bring that type of energy to make players want to keep getting out there. Let me get more reps. That's what I like to see.
Yo, do you remember what happened when you used to watch on YouTube with D-Block and the energy would kind of rise up around the time that Saints Week would come and they'll be rapping and all that kind of stuff like on D-Block on YouTube? That guy's like that. Yeah, we haven't had a guy like that since like Sean Weatherspoon was here. That's that guy. Like that's that dude. So exactly like Mr. Motivator said, like Frank is happy. But now it's beyond happy. Go earn your spot. Zacchaeus and all the rest of you guys, Zacchaeus and Blake, I suggest you get your stuff going. That kid's hungry, man. If you see his story and you read his story, that kid's hungry. I was watching him on House of Athlete, like leading up into the draft. That kid is hungry, man. And he ain't no slouch. Just because he didn't get drafted, this draft was very wide receiver heavy and it was very talented. In any other draft, he probably would have gone maybe like a 3rd or 4th round just off of talent alone. Easily.
Averaging over 17 yards per catch. Yes. That's monstrous. But let's go ahead and get to that next question, bro.
Do you think Cordarrelle Patterson will be featured more in the offense than people may think? Rich, I'm gonna give this to you, bro.
Well, I know you touched up on him a little bit earlier, gave people a little snippet of it, but Cordell is getting the 2 reps right now, and it seems like he would surprise people, being that he's like a switch army knife where he's very versatile in space, being that he's talented with the ball in his hands. You see what he could do at kick return. What makes you think if he's in that same type of space in an outside zone space? Now, the benefits with an outside zone is all it takes is for one person to step outside of their gap, where it gives that runner different options where to go. If he can cut it back, create lanes, or he can press the hole and then bounce it back outside. And Cordarrelle Patterson is the type of guy that he can make those type of plays and he could finish. So we able, a few times I was watching his film from last year, what he did on the Bears showed what he can do. And they was running him a little bit on the Patriots too. So, it's good to see that, that's what I'll say on CP.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. In 2016, 2017, we were complaining about why Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman weren't in the backfield at the same time, why we didn't have that formation a lot more. What's good, J-Rock? Another AFN affiliate, dope on Twitch. Check him out. But back to this. Mr. Mad Mike himself, the scientist, last week stated that he's anxious to see those 2-back sets in the backfield. Seeing the fact that we don't have Mr. Tennessee Titan Man no more, I feel like the running backs will be key for us down the line. So with them adding that type of formation where you can put Alice in the backfield with Patterson and run little flare routes and motion them and do speed options, like there's so much to do with those type of playbooks when it comes to these athletes you have on the field. And when I saw them add Cordarrelle Patterson, I was hype as can be because I knew I was going to get what I finally wanted as far as the formation. That's what I've been waiting on. And it's so crazy to me how Cordarrelle Patterson runs because it doesn't look like he's running fast, but that motherfuckers can't catch him. It's like he's just gliding through motion. Like
he just break tackles. That's another big thing that what he does to his element. Like
he's a big body. He's a big body old receiver / running back. So we don't even know where he gonna play at. That's the key I like about Cordarrelle. And you're leaving defensive coordinators guessing. Damn, who's gonna be the main target this week? Is it gonna be Calvin? Is it gonna be the tight ends? Is it gonna be Cordell and Allison or Mike Davis? You really just don't know. You're gonna keep them guessing. How you feel, Matt?
Bro, I said it in the pre-show. I said, we have weapons, and bro, I'm telling you, like, they needed to really think that for the first time in a long time, Matt Ryan's going to have the ability to audible. Let me say that again. He's going to have the ability to audible, and it's going to be motion. It's going to be motion in this offense. That means he's going to be able to see what the defense is going to be, whether it's zone or whether it's man. If it's zone, I think Kyle Pitts is going to eat. If it's man, God help you, because you can't cover everybody. Man. Look at this man. Yo, you could tell like Hayden Hurst is working this off season. They said he's down to like 8% body fat. Guy looks faster. He's comfortable with Matt Ryan, dude. Like he's not just going to sit there and just let out. Even though you was drafted 4th overall, you're not just going to come and take my spot. I'm gonna work.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna earn my playing time.
One thing that's interesting about this running back group is that this would be a running back by committee. And I like what Arthur Smith, he's showing up to what he's saying. Like he's a man of his word. So expect us having a 3-head monster. You have Quadre stepping up in there, and then you got Mike Davis, he's a power back. He could pretty much do everything, and then you got Cordell where you want to switch it up. You could switch it up. So expect all 3 of these guys to play a factor in this offense in some way. Whoever's hot, we're gonna be rolling. Expect that you know how we similar what we had with Tevin Coleman and Freeman. You know, expect multiple backs to eat, and also I can't forget about Tony Brooks, James, and Hawkins. I hope one of those two guys have to make the roster. I believe so. It's a lot of guys. It's gonna be competition, so we'll see.
Hey, I want to on this guy right here. What's good, Clay Melton? How you doing this morning? Patterson means ATL will have a return game. See, here's the thing. He's more than that because we actually had a returner at Avery. Was it Avery Williams? Avery Williams, and that guy was a beast in the return game. So it's not going to fall entirely on Cordarrelle Patterson. So they bring him in like, yo, you don't have to worry about being in a return game. If we need like lightning in a bottle and this rookie starts messing up, you could chime in, you can go in there and you could do what you do.
You don't gotta
ordinary. I want you to be everywhere. I want you to be everywhere and do what you do, bro.
And Avery's gonna be on offense too. I think he's a gadget type player because he played running back in high school. So whenever we need a spark on that side of the field, I think he might come over there. But I was gonna say one thing before we move over. From now on, we're not calling Hayden Hurst. There's a 4-letter word to call Hayden Hurst. His new name is Thor. Nothing else. His name is Thor. That's it. That's it. We're not calling nothing else. Thor just made a play. Let's just change that now. It's no longer Hayden Hurst. It's Thor.
So let me get this straight. So we got Thor.
Yeah.
We got a unicorn.
Yeah.
We got a wrench truck.
Yeah.
We got a Mack truck.
Yeah.
We got a weapon. We have a hype man. You know, it's like it's crazy. Like why would anybody be excited for this season, man? Like, and you know, I think it's on our own ignorance because we don't know, and I mean ignorance of the fact that we don't know. All we know is like this man is a good coach. He's a great coach. And he's going to be great for us, and he's setting the tone. And we haven't had this kind of excitement in at least about 10 years. I think since when Dan Quinn first came in, I think we had a kind of excitement because we thought we was under the delusion that he was going to turn us into the Legion of Boom South. And, you know, he fooled us all with that. But for the first time in a long time, Matt Ryan has an offensive line that could see what he sees like, on the field. And that's going to be freaking dangerous. And he doesn't have to sit there and acquiesce to Calvin Ridley or to like an alpha. There is no alpha on this offense except for number 2. That's it. Other than that, everybody runs through me. Only thing I want some nasty in the trenches, and I think we're going to get that. I want some guys with bricks in their back pocket running back. We got 3 guys like that, and all we need is a couple of weapons and guys that can run routes. We got guys like that. So if anybody wants to sleep on us this year, by all means, please sleep on us. Those have a coma, I don't care. But I believe that we're going to make a playoff run this year.
They might have sleep apnea. They might have sleep apnea, man.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it's like guys is going to make immediate impact. Like Kyle Pitts, the way how we're going to use him this year is by far, and he really is a different type of talent. Like, I don't know if you already see he's already starting to, you know, build that relationship with Matty Ice. We soon get to that later, but yeah, I can't wait to see preseason.
No, don't worry. We can get into that right now. Go ahead and tell us how you feel about that. Hey, let's get right into it. You brought it up. I was looking right at it anyway. Let's get right into that.
All right. So, but more. All right. So, look, being that, you know, we have a new regime and we got a new coaching staff, this is a whole complete new team that we're going to be seeing from the Falcons. Like, it's not going to be the same type of team we seen last year when we didn't have no identity. Like, that shit was embarrassing. Like, we had no identity last year. Like, so imagine this year now to see an identity, who we are offensively, who we are defensively, how are we going to be attacking the game each week, what's going to be our strengths, who's lining up in different spots, how the formations is going to be looking pre-snap, because that's a big thing defensively. You know, when you're in these defenses, who's going to be blitzing? You want to see us how we execute blitzing. So now I played in this type of defense before in a 3-4, and it's Dean Pease is a player guy. Like he even said it, Ray Lewis testimony to it, that he wants to do what the players like to do. And once you have that relationship with a coach as a player, you see, oh, wow, this coach really trusts me. And you're going to get to see the maximum best out of your players because you're not thinking. That's why as a coach, you know, you want to have that great relationship with your player. You don't want your players to think. You want to do what they do naturally at best. And we have a lot of guys that's talented that would execute. So, you know, I'm just excited to see how we execute things.
Bro, let me sit back on this for a second.
It's language, education.
See, y'all don't understand. I need to have y'all understand the fact that it's not just when you subscribe to AFN, it's like you got 3 brothers here that probably play the position as well. We ain't just talking out the side of our mouth like we just sit back and just analyze a bunch of tape. All of us pretty much play. You play ball, right, T?
Come on, bro. Fullback, linebacker, nose tackle, getting down and dirty, man. You know how to get out.
Yeah, and you got the Mike linebacker at the bottom of the screen, and you already know I'm a ball hog. You just throw it up. That's it. Guaranteed. Reservations for 6. I'm telling you right now. You got three guys that actually play the position. So not only are you getting like from a fan perspective, but you're also getting from guys that actually played the game and looked at the game. Not that ESPN crap. You ain't gonna see like a bunch of guys in suits that got like Disney above our head telling us what to say. No, we're unbiased. We ain't paid for or nothing like that. You get it what you get. It's like talking in the barbershop with a bunch of your boys. Yeah. This is how it is. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe because we here every Saturday, rain or shine, 11 a.m. And don't forget, week 3, me, Rich, and a bunch of our boys are going to be we're going to take AFN on the road, and we're going to be in MetLife Stadium because we're from New York. Me and Rich are from New York. And we're going to take this on the road. And T, I'm telling you, you know we're going to act a fool.
Hey, I already know. I ain't got to worry about it. I already know. I can see that y'all 2 faces like y'all ready to show out. So I'm anxious to see how this going to be. I need y'all to have this type of energy, though.
Rain or shine. Ball head. Bro. Ball head with the visor. Be crazy. Ball head with the visor.
Hey, listen, bro. I like Terry Swagger, man. He's not even. Oh, and for the comments, guys, we're done talking about him. Like Arthur Smith said, if he is not on the roster, we don't discuss it. It's over with. That's for the Tennessee Titans. That's for the Tennessee Titans fan base to discuss, not us. We're not doing that unless it's a Hall of Fame thing 5 or 6 years down the line. That we're not discussing that anymore.
Thank you, Twisted. Respectfully. You know, Atlanta Falcons nation worldwide. Respectfully, we have moved on from that. You feel me? Let's go.
Respectfully, disrespectful. We ain't talking about who. That's the thing. Who? We ain't gonna give him the Leo. We ain't giving him Leo, and we ain't giving him nothing else.
Let's work on our generational talent.
Respectfully,
exactly. Because didn't I tell y'all guys? I said we basically traded a goat for a unicorn. That's what we did. That's what we did. So. It is what it is at this point. We ain't gonna talk about that no more. What's good, Ghost Peppers? I'm gonna hit your comment real quick. Not to mention now, Ryan could actually practice with these guys and develop some kind of chemistry. Remember how in 2 to 3 years, Hooper, after having plenty of reps with Ryan, became so much better. He ain't lying. And he got him paid. Matt Ryan get brothers paid. Okay.
Taylor Gabriel. That's
what we're talking about anyway. That's what we're about to talk about anyway. You know, building that relationship, how Matt Ryan and Kyle Pitts is already starting to have that trust, that chemistry, that communication. And since day one, Arthur Smith told Kyle Pitts when he came in here, you have to establish that relationship with the quarterback immediately. You know, yeah. And another thing, watching Kyle Pitts film, he really knows how to get off routes. It's typically as a tight end, he has to get walled linebackers trying to seal him off his route, and he runs routes a specific way where, you know, you're stepping outside and be able to work him back in, and even changing this pace in his route running. Kyle Pitts is going to surprise a lot of people the way how he run routes and how he's able to win his matchups. Being that he has long arms, that he has that length, nobody's going to get to his chest. How are you going to wall him? Even if you're going to try to wall him, you're going to see on Kyle Pitts' face, on his tape, he swipes. Each time a short DB or a short arm, your arm length ain't touching my chest. I'm gonna swipe over that, rip across that, and I'll get free. That's how Kyle Pitts get open. That's what he's gonna do in the NFL. Expect to see that. Yo, check in.
Yo, that dude's on his bone. Yo, y'all ever play Street Fighter? Like back in the day? You remember Dawson? Remember Dawson? As long as his arms was, bro.
Yeah, fast.
Real shit. You gonna see them real. All right, when Kyle Pitts start going off this season, and then you see those slow replays after, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna see.
Hey, one fact that we gotta mention is that Hayden Hurst and Kyle Pitts are going to the tight end training with some of the best tight ends. So that shows
Kelsey,
that shows the respect they have for Kyle Pitts coming out of college. Secondly, I kind of look at him as a Darren Waller when it comes to his routes. He's not bro. Waller rarely gets pressed. You know what I'm saying? He's always open. Except for Deion Jones, of course. That's the only person that can stop him. But Darren Waller is a key point for Kyle Pitts. I think Kyle Pitts will model his game a little bit closer to Darren Waller than we expect. And with him and Matt, as far as that connection, I think it's going to be good because somebody in the chat said they're both from Philly. Matt Ryan is anxious to get rookies going. He always has been like that. He's always been that type of person that you can come to and work extra time. Even though he's older, he still stays after practice to get extra rep for players that need it. So he don't have to worry about that type of thing to where Kyle's going to have to force Matt Ryan out there. Matt Ryan will be out there. He doesn't mind. So that's going to be key for that too.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, man, and I want to say one thing, and this is a little off the beat path though, but even though that we signed Mike Davis, yo, that doesn't mean that Austin ain't hungry. Yo, Austin is showing out in training camp right now. And you think he's like, yo, you think I'm just going to sit back and take like a RB2 or RB3 role in this? If they're truly saying that everything is wide open, if you follow him on Twitter, that kid's out there working. And he's like, for the first time in a long time, it's an open competition. No, it's no other free agents coming in. It's like I have an opportunity to be an RB1. Yo, there's an opportunity that he can actually be started if he does show out. I still think it's going to be Mike Davis, and that goes with our question coming up. Who do you expect to win their competition battle? I see you stroking your beard, T. So I go ahead, man.
All right, since you talked about running backs, I'm not gonna go there. I'm anxious to see with the secondary position. With the safeties, seeing the fact that we got 3 safeties. Eric Harris can be a young safety as well. I think he has the knowledge of the game, and he's had a game where he had 3 picks. I can't keep him on the bench in all honesty because that shows me what he's capable of doing. So I think that's going to be a good competition, but I expect Herman and Grant to win that competition as far as the safeties. As far as with the second string corner, it's going to be between Fabian and Kendall Sheffield. I'm anxious to see how Kendall Sheffield will do this year with his back on the line, knowing that he's going to be a free agent next year. This is his year to play out and be something because you can't run a 4-3 and not make plays. That's unacceptable to me personally. You went to Ohio State. You played in a lot of big games. I'm sure of it. You need to show up. It's time to show up. 2 years ago, he was doing pretty good, but last year he had an injury to start training camp, and it kind of derailed his season. So I need to know he's in the gym. I need to know he's on the field working with Dean because Fabian is not coming to be on the bench. He started games for Washington in the playoffs. He's not coming to be on the bench. So you're going to have to take that spot if you really want to be out there on the field.
Before you start up, Rich, you want to address that, T? Mr. Session?
Yeah, he's not young, but I mean, he didn't start a lot of games to me. That's why I say young as far as that.
But he ain't got. In other words, he ain't got tires.
He don't have tread. He just really started playing a lot of games for Las Vegas Raiders. these previous 2 to 3 years. He's 30, but he's 30. But at the end of the day, if he ain't out there on the field and wearing tear on his legs, he still got some tread on there. We only need it for a year or two, so he can do that.
If that, I think he's more of like a transition at safety to see what Richie Grant. Richie moving back there after this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but
it's just a matter of playing time.
He's getting. It look like he's getting those 1 reps in right now though, and expect to see that him and Deron Harmon right now being that they're veterans. You want to work the rookies in, at least show them, and so eventually transition is gonna happen. But right now they starting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think one of them is going to be a transition. Whether it's
definitely, without a question.
Yeah,
exactly. Whether it's Harmon or whether it's going to be Harris. But next year, Richie going back there. So it's a matter of like which one of y'all is going to play. So once again, competitiveness, iron sharpens iron. Because the best will play and the best will stay. If y'all want to put that on a t-shirt, go ahead. But you want to pay my royalties. You know what I'm saying? The best will play, the best will stay. Plain and simple. If not, it will be another thing.
Hold on. He said he played CFL, been a Saint for a couple years. He definitely didn't start with the Saints. We're not going to do that. He didn't play for the Saints. I don't even remember that guy playing for the Saints. The Raiders, yeah. CFL, okay, but they don't even play that many games, bro. So it's not like the NFL. They don't have that many practices as the NFL. They don't have a long training camp as the NFL. So, I mean, I guess, I don't know if you wanted to correct me.
Go. We talked about coming with the fans, so like it's all good, man. Bring it.
Yeah. It's gonna be rare, so I appreciate you correcting me, but it's rare.
I think the O-line this year, it's been years since we solidified that left guard position. So that competition battle, definitely expect that. Jalen Mayfield, Josh Andrews, Matt Gono. A lot of guys going to be able to step into that opportunity. But I think being that it's the best is going to play, but it's going to be who fits the system the best, who can get to their blocks the best and finish. Like one thing I enjoyed about Chris Lindstrom's interview was that he was very informative on far as what they were doing with the O-line and their mindset and establishing the basics on how to get lined up and build that chemistry starting out. So we'll get more of an idea once training camp starts, and once we put on those pads, we're gonna be able to see who's really winning, who's lined up at where, who's getting the first team reps, who's getting second team reps, and see how they do. So I'm really excited how that plays out, and so we can run the ball, so we can run the damn ball.
Hey, Brady gonna get them right now. Brady gonna get them right. Grady gonna get them right in them trenches now.
Well, I'm gonna address the ice cream man, real quick. I like that name, bro. So we gotta think about this because we got Debo Foyer, Michael Walker, and Dante. So Will Copeland might be somebody that spells him like every now and then. Oh, and he probably gonna play special team. But if Dante starts screwing up, you best believe somebody else is gonna come in there. Somebody else is coming in there. So don't come in here thinking that you're just gonna be like it's guaranteed your spot. Because we actually have we're positive in terms of cap space. And there's a certain pass rusher out there that we could bring in.
Talk about it.
What's his name, T? What's his name? Let the people know what his name is.
Justin Houston.
Who else? What's the other one? What's number 2?
Mr. Ingram, who used to play for the San Diego Chargers.
Yes, exactly. Run the damn ball. T-shirts coming soon. Run the damn ball.
That's a new slogan. We got to get it out there, but we will, though. Expect that to see that from Arthur Smith. We're going to be balanced. We're going to be primarily run, play action, and pass. So it's going to be real interesting.
Yeah, that running the ball shit, that need to be the slogan forever. Forever.
Yeah. Like seriously, like who are some players that are under the radar and should be talked about more. Who's under your radar? Because I think we cut you off a little bit in the outset of that. So go ahead, bro.
I was thinking for Fabian. I know Twisted's touched on it a little bit, but he's a guy that's a vet, coming from the Redskins. I believe his 2019 year was one of his best years. Interceptions, tackles, he runs a 4.3. So let's see how he match up alongside AJ Terrell. So, And also, I also touch on Marlon Davidson as well. Marlon Davidson. I had to get that, at least what.
My man find out for kicker too.
But it was obvious that. I'm gonna save that for Twisted. All right.
Yeah. For Marlon. All right. So, I was gonna pick Marlon Davidson. I think that being that it's in a system that he played in college, I got to see him shine, man. I feel like he's going to come into this year in better shape. COVID isn't going to be the issue because he sat out a week or two for COVID too. I just expect big things from him. He's a big body D tackle /end. I feel like he has some pass rush skills. And one thing that I'm sorry for Christ, but one thing that this defensive line lacks is batting the ball down. It's too many times where the QB, Drew Brees, is 6 feet, still being able to throw the ball. I've seen it so many times. And with him coming into the fold, I expect more balls to be batted. How John Abraham and Babineau used to be in our defense. I need that type of intensity. If you can't get to the QB, put your hands up, please. Maybe. Like just like when you make a mistake and steal something and you get caught. Well, you didn't make a mistake. When you steal something and get caught, what you do? When the police come, you do this. You put your hands up. I ain't got nothing. That's what I need to see. Give me some of that if you're not getting to the QB. That will affect the QB more because he has to throw it in certain windows. You know what I'm saying? As a QB, he has to switch his window. You see Matt Ryan do that a lot. When a defensive end puts his hands up, he switches and throws it like that. Patrick Mahomes does that a lot. Aaron Rodgers, all of them. I need that type of intensity. Mad Mike is here.
Got a hot tag.
Do. The chop is here. Do. The chop is
here. Yo, Mad Mike, what's up, man?
What's good, brother?
Hey, man. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I just felt like saying that.
Bro, like you got somebody that's on the radar that you feel like we should be talking about more, Mike?
Yeah. I don't think this has gotten enough publicity, much attention, but everybody mentioned that Dean Pease is just this great pressure applier, but what he does best, he's a game plan. He doesn't look like he just doesn't focus on one particular aspect of attacking the defense. Like he looks for your weaknesses and he goes after that. And like that is the sign of a true great coordinator. And that's something that I'll always given Kyle Shanahan. He's he's a chip off the old block. Like those guys, when you got an offensive coordinator, defense coordinator, they find a weakness and they continue to pick on it and they stick with it. Kyle Shanahan's issue has always been he doesn't stick with it. That's the only thing. His ego gets the best of him. But Dean Pease, I think a lot of people need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. And I've said this before, but I don't think it's Ripson. So I might have to become, Rain Man. All right. Saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. All right. I'm gonna be Rain Man right here. Okay. Dean Pease took over Bill Belichick's defense. Okay. Dean Pease took over Bill Belichick's defense. Bill Belichick was not calling that defense. That was Dean Pease's defense. He was in complete control of that defense. Okay. Let it be known. Go back and look at film and interviews of Thank you. I was about to say Richard Sherman, but safety for the safety. Dang it, NBC. Rodney Harrison said over and over and over again that was Dean Pease calling the shots. So when you go back and you study, all right, this is what we always tell you: stop listening to these mother freakers that's all on Twitter, all and writing articles. They don't know what the bloody hell they talking about. Go back and watch film for yourself. Watch film for yourself, and you can see the difference. And you can see that Dean Pease, his strategy has never changed. He uses, I think you guys were talking about this today. And one thing, I think Rich brought this up. Another guy that we really need to pay close attention to. Everybody so worried about what Sheffield is going to do. Everybody's so worried about what Isaiah Oliver's going to do. But nobody was talking about Fabian Moreau. That dude is a solid corner. You don't need, I think we already have a shutdown corner in AJ Terrell. I think he's going to be that. Sir. The dude was playing, that dude was going one-on-one with one of the most physical receivers in the game, not named Julio Jones. One-on-one, and he was holding his own. If the rest would have called things the way it was, it would have been a whole different story. But he was holding his own against Mike Evans. Mike Evans is an absolute beast. And AJ he had a couple of opportunities to get a pick. So this dude is ready. So when you talk about Fabian Moreau, Fabian is a solid corner. All right, he's a solid. He's not flashy. He's not gonna wow you. He just gets the job done, and that's something that the Falcons been missing since a guy like what's the short guy with the loudmouth? Brent Grimes. He's one of those guys who just got the job done. He wasn't flashy. You know, occasionally he would jump out the sky to get an interception, but he wasn't really flashy. He just got the job done. And that's what the Falcons need. We need to get away from that mentality of being flashy. This is why I'm so happy to have Julio gone. And this is no disrespect towards Julio Jones. I love him to death. But at this point, the Falcons need to get away from that flashy mentality and start smashing motherfuckers in the face.
And he's
excuse me for my language, man. Excuse me for my it's early in the morning, man. Almost noon. Hey, man, I had a long night, but hey, man, look, I'm truly excited to see what we're going to get back to. You know what Falcons football has been since early 2000s. 98, 99, early 2000s. It's smash mouth football. It's not going to be pretty. Matt Ryan, he came out, out the gate. That's how he became offensive rookie of the year. This is what we are. Let's stop. We're not the greatest show on turf. We're not the Chiefs. This organization has been synonymous with two things: running the ball and playing solid defense. We need to get back to that.
I want to add to something, Mike, that not only did he do well against Mike Evans, remember they had him out there against the Cheetah, against Tyreek Hill, and we went against.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah. And
they didn't want to go on his side.
They did. And you see what happened when he did go inside. I mean, it's unfortunate he dropped the pick, but I'm telling you, the dude did his thing on Tyreek Hill. Because the Bucs damn sure couldn't. The Bucs couldn't, but he damn sure did.
Yeah, I want to know.
What's that?
I say I want to know what all our DBs have in common. That from what I've seen on tape, right? They all have a presence of attacking the ball and jumping routes. I trust what I see.
Absolutely.
I trust what I see. Let me explain this to you guys. Let me explain this to everybody. Now, as a defender, when you're able to jump a route, that means you already know it's coming. That means that you're prepared. I'm familiar with the formation. I know what route. I know the scenario that I'm in. This is all what goes on in the player's head pre-snap in a third down in key situations. You understand? So being able to trust your eyes and jump the ball. It's up to, of course, Dean Pease. He's going to put guys in those positions to make those plays. And that's one thing that I've seen with all the DBs that we have. Just watch the film on them. You would at least see one play of them jumping around.
And you know what that tells me? All these corners are in the film room. They're making sure they're breaking down film to see formations. They're seeing that. I even like Darren Hall from San Diego State. We all know when you get a secondary from San Diego State, them motherfuckers know how to jump routes. And I knew Dean Pease saw that in that guy, and that's the reason why we picked him. We haven't even brought him up
from San Diego State.
He been showing out too. He been showing out too.
He was a safety from San Diego State as well. That was his name.
Yeah. That was gonna be my somebody funny. How'd you get Ludacris on the show? Yo, you funny, man. Yo, Luda. I might have to change my name. I can't. I got from Magnus to Luda. I have to do that. Luda looking like. Respectfully, yeah. Yo, but we going down to like the last 5 minutes. We're gonna head into your comments and answer any questions as we can. First and foremost, what do you guys think of what again Mr. Session says that Pastor Tan should have been the pick at 4? I don't agree with it, but let's see what you guys think.
I think that's kind of high. If we would have traded back, I definitely would have picked Surtain. But since we stayed at 4, I'm picking the unicorn at the end of the day because you got to think the GM, the coach, already knew that Mr. Titan requested a trade. So the unicorn was their option since March. I'm not going to Surtain, and I don't have another weapon that can replace that dominant performances that guy had. So we got to have that weapon. I'm sorry. Now, if he stayed in the fold and he didn't request a trade, we might have had that option. But I think I still would have went with picks at 4.
Yeah, I think if we traded back, that might have been an option. But the thing is that it was just too much of a link between the two. Arthur Smith is just a guru when it comes to trenches and it comes to tight ends. I mean, he made a star out of Jonnu Smith. You know what I'm saying? So the way I look at it is, one guy has more tools than another. It's not saying that, like both guys are not good at what they do. It's just that one guy is more versatile, than the other. Corner's a corner. I mean, you can move him to the defensive back. Kyle Pitts, you can move him anywhere. He's a weapon. He's not he's a positionless player. And I think that's what we was talking about in the pre-show is that our team is going to the way the NBA is going, and it's positionless basketball. This team is going to be positionless football, where it's just going to be versatility up and down the line, in the trenches, in the secondary, and linebackers and our running back. That's why we have a Cordarrelle Patterson. That's why we have That's why we have an Avery Williams. Like these guys are weapons. These guys are not just sitting here like, okay, this is what he does. This is what I do well. The only person that has that attached to his name is Matt Ryan. That's it. And he just basically went from good Matt Ryan with Dan Quinn, but he just turned heel on y'all asses now. He turned heel, and now he's saying, like, you know what? I'm going back the way I was in Philly and Boston College. Get effing set. That's the Matt Ryan you're going to get this year.
Quick question, guys. Quick question. I need a name for Matt Ryan besides Matty Ice. Who was the one who ended the Infinity War, the Infinity Stone? Who ended that for us? Was it Iron Man?
It was Iron Man.
It was Iron Man. Yeah. Okay, so Matt Ryan's fucking Iron Man from here on out. That's what we're gonna be. It's gonna be Iron Man.
So if we're going, yo, this is it. Yo, okay, so this is what we're gonna do right now, AFN Nation. In the comments, this is what we're gonna do. If we have Thor, right? We got Thor, we got Iron Man. Then Terry Fontenot is Thanos because he made Julio disappear.
I like that.
My man was like Spider-Man. He was like, I don't feel too good.
I like that. There you go.
Hey, guys, we did talk about Justin Houston. We're looking to see if we can get Justin Houston maybe or Ingram. I don't think we should do the Steve Nelson thing. I don't think that's a point for us. But also, we got Mr. Mad Mike. He's going to go to Atlanta Sports Talk United. Make sure y'all go check him out for 12 o'clock. That's why we're going to go ahead and end it shortly. We appreciate all the fans as usual. Oh man, Mike, go ahead and shout yourself out real fast. Where you finna go, my brother?
Hey man, y'all head over to Atlanta Sports Unlimited, the channel where Terrence Mathis, Terrence Moore, Dave Holcomb, TJ Pollen, all those guys over there. I'm about to go host a show with those guys. So again, head to Atlanta Sports Unlimited. Miss Maggie will have the link in the chat for you guys. Just head again, Atlanta Sports Unlimited. Type that into YouTube, and I will be there. So you guys, man, hey, I'm out, man.
All right. So
appreciate you, General.
This is
No
it.
problem,
so we're gonna do a hard out right now because we're gonna have respect for Mike and his show coming up. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna be at every Saturday, week in, week out, day or shine, wake up, rise up, show up, get up. You know what I'm saying? And you got the three kings here, 2 from New York, 1 from the Dirty. We're gonna bring the energy every week, and as we get closer and closer to the training camp, our energy's gonna get rise higher than Ric Flair's blood pressure. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a hard out. Mr. Magnus, I might be Luda lookalike according to what these people are saying in the comments. I might be Ludacris next week. I might have to change my name.
Luda. You gotta get the sideburns though. You gotta get the sideburns.
I know, I'm out, man. All right, T, go ahead. Say what you gotta say, bro.
Hey, appreciate y'all joining us for another Saturday morning, man. I swear I'd be so hyped. Me, Magnus, and Rich, we be talking Thursday and Friday, getting the questions together for you guys. We really enjoy the fans that wake up with us every morning. Also, subscribe to Twisted Torch TV. I got some merch coming soon. Little jersey type thing. You know what I'm saying? I got some merch coming soon for you guys. August 1st on my B-Day. August 1st on my B-Day. I'm letting y'all know now. Y'all got a little inside scoop since y'all with us. August 1st on my B-Day, it will be dropping. And I'll make sure the AFN crew has some nice pieces as well. So don't even worry about that. We're going to be good to go, baby, especially for Saturday morning. Don't even worry.
Sure.
Yo, shout out to everybody in the comments. It was all love. Enjoyed everything what you guys were saying. Was involved. We like that relationship, to have as Atlanta Falcons Nation. This is a worldwide thing. Share the content out. Excited to see everybody here next week. Wake that ass up. Your boy Rich is out.
Yeah. Hey. All right, y'all. See you guys next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Later.
Leo gang, man. Shouts out to y'all, bro.
Leavers. GG.